time computer game action in Cybernet.
You're watching Cybernet with me, Lucy Longhurst. Get ready to go back in time, play with some toys, quake in an arena, and check out the PCs you can wear. It's ahead of the pack. It's Cybernet. We start this week's busy show with the welcome return of a gaming icon. He starred in one of the biggest arcade hits of the 80s, brought graphical finesse to the Super Nintendo, and now Donkey Kong is back in his very own N64 adventure. Kong's Island is under threat from the evil King K. Rool, who's stolen Donkey's hoard of golden bananas and locked up all his friends. With a little help from his crazy relatives, Kong sets out on a mission to retrieve his booty and rescue his chums. Once you've located and released your friends, they'll be available for you to control. Each has their own unique abilities which develop as the game progresses. These include the use of a fruit-firing arsenal and even the opportunity to defeat foes with your favourite instrument. It's the funny touches that help make Donkey Kong 64 so brilliant to play. Our favourite is the overweight gatekeeper, who can only reach the key to the next level after you've fattened up his friend. Although Donkey Kong 64 is a fantastic game, it's not perfect. It can be infuriatingly difficult to judge the position of the many floating vines, and being attacked by enemies while you interact with a sign or character is simply annoying. However, none of this spoils a title that's mostly a pleasure to play. We can't wait to see what the cheeky chimp will get up to next. Chart time now, and the top 10 Dreamcast games from around the world. Making a welcome return, those cartoon cuties from Pen Pen slide back into the chart at number 10. Treading water this week, the aquatic racer Hydro Thunder remains a non-mover at 9. While somersaulting up 2 places, Trick Style hangs on to its hoverboard at 8. In 7th, it's a new entry for F1 World Grand Prix as Rubens Barrichello shows us why he drives for Stewart. And at 6, there's life in this one yet. Watch out for a few surprises in House of the Dead 2. In 5th, Power Stone's still hanging about thanks to some quality visuals and frantic gameplay. Whilst dropping all the way from 1st to 4th, those beefy bruisers from Ready to Rumble Boxing. Still in 3rd, it's a spiky blue hedgehog with the fastest legs in the business in Sonic Adventure. And taking 2nd, the first of 2 high-placing new entries, the Dreamcast's latest soccer sim, UEFA Striker. But straight in at the top, the awesome Soul Calibur is this week's knockout number 1. It seems as though video game characters aren't content unless they've got their own racing game. So after Mario, Sonic, Diddy Kong and the crew from South Park, Crash Bandicoot's ready to jump into a kart for Crash Team Racing on the PlayStation. Once you've selected one of Crash's eccentric colleagues or the aptly named Bandicoot himself, you'll find yourself in a bizarre world and a number of frantic races. As you win trophies, more courses open up for you until you're challenged to a one-on-one contest with a speed-crazy boss. Beat them and discover brand new worlds. If all this sounds familiar, then it's because Crash Team Racing is almost identical to Diddy Kong Racing on the N64. From the level progression to the presence of a mystical guide, almost everything has been copied from the Monkeys game.
The more Wampa fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go.
Thanks Thankfully, as imitations go, this is a very good one indeed. The game plays beautifully and is easily the best of its genre on the PlayStation. Forget its lack of inventiveness and you'll find a title which will make you almost as happy as this chap. Following Grand Prix legends, the Spirit of Speed offers PC owners an alternative racing experience by taking them back in time to 1937 to be exact. As you drive around old tracks like Brooklands and Monza, this game successfully manages to recreate the feel of the early years of motor racing. Predictably, the cars are slow and heavy to handle, and you'll need to adjust your driving style to stay on the circuit. But sadly, this title can't decide whether it wants to offer you a simulation or arcade action, which means that the feel of the retro race cars is unconvincing and doesn't require any great skill to master. Unfortunately, the Spirit of Speed is a great idea that just doesn't deliver exciting racing. While in many places it may look impressive, the action is quite dull, and this means it falls way behind the competition. Eventful 100 years the world has ever seen. 20th Century Day by Day is a brand new CD-ROM that examines our century in depth, from its early beginnings with the invention of the aeroplane to more recent events such as the exploration of space. Starting in a 3D virtual newsroom, you can explore different aspects of 20th century history.
Film goddess Greta Garbo died in New York today.
You can search for famous faces of the last 100 years of cinema, politics and sport. A chronological list also details events in the celebrity's life. There are images from great sporting moments as well as some more bizarre subjects. One of the best parts of this package is the radio. After turning on, you can hear historic audio clips from famous 20th century icons such as Elvis Presley.
Hi, this is Elvis Presley. I guess the first thing people want to know is why I can't stand still when I'm singing.
There's a large video archive too, charting the century's major events. This archive can be awkward to access at first, but once you have, the classic images make it all worthwhile. 20th Century Day by Day is a fascinating disc and provides us with an interactive window onto our past. Despite having a poor search engine, it's a brilliant record for the last 100 years. These images are of great historical importance and From this preview disc, Toy Story 2 looks great, but best of all, you can sit back and watch scenes from the new movie. We'll have more from Buzz and his friends very soon.
No, you almost had him.
I'm never going to defeat Zurg.
Sure you will, Rex. In fact, you're a better Buzz than I am.
But look at my little arms. I can't press the fire button and jump at the same time.
From infinity to beyond now with another tenuous movie-based game, Star Trek Hidden Evil on the PC. The game is an intense RPG affair that gives you plenty of time to practice your skills, however strange they may be. Nice grip. From what we can see, the game makes use of some great camera angles and the action revolves around missions that must be completed to progress. Here you must assist Captain Picard, who's being attacked by aliens. You're constantly shadowed by Data, who helps you out with information and sometimes more physical assistance.
Let us try to use the element of surprise against them. I will attract their fire while you take cover and incapacitate them.
Yes, sir.
The action mainly involves running around, discovering clues and finding objects, and this is what will appeal to Star Trek fans the most. You're able to play with most of the TV and movie gadgets, including phasers and the legendary tricorder. Best of all, though, the game features the voices of some of the actors from the show. Recognise Patrick Stewart?
While I continue my work here, I want you to take this relic to Commander Data for analysis.
Understood, sir.
Star Trek and RPG fans will love it. OK, time for our competition now, so grab a pen. This week's prize is an amazing Neo Geo Pocket and a massive bundle of 8 games to play on it. So here's your chance to play football, solve puzzles and fight behind enemy lines with this stylish handheld games machine. To win this prize, call our number and answer this question. What is the name of Captain Kirk's Vulcan friend? Is it A, Dumbo, B, Spyro, or C, Spock? If you think you know, call 09009 113333. Please dial carefully and don't forget to ask permission from the person who pays the telephone bill first. We'll put up the question and number again at the end of today's show, so get dialing and good luck. Coming up, we score some goals, get mobile with a PC and review the biggest game of the year.
I have a planet to save.
We've been teased by amazing footage, read about its superb new games engine and have been playing the demo for weeks. But finally, the finished version of Quake 3 Arena is here, and it's quite simply the best multiplayer game ever made. Built around a completely redesigned graphics engine, Quake 3 Arena has quite possibly the best lighting and rendering effects ever seen in a game. With a fast computer and a decent graphics card, you'll soon be amazed by its incredible attention to detail. Basically, everything in the game has been superbly designed, from the blast of the brand new lightning gun right down to the many power-ups. Just look at this quad damage symbol, for example. Apart from looking and sounding great, the game plays just as brilliantly. Smooth and incredibly fast, the developing battles really do get your adrenaline pumping. It may not be as strategic as Half-Life, but as explosive action goes, it can't be beaten. If the thought of jumping straight into an internet or network game scares you, you can always try the single-player scenario. Here you have to fight multiplayer style against a host of computer-controlled bots. And with around 28 maps to complete, you'll certainly get all the practice you need. With some of the most intelligent bots ever created, a superb team play mode and even awards for good play, Quake 3 really is the ultimate multiplayer experience. Forget the competition, Quake 3 Arena is the king. Chakram throwing heroine knows, fighting Greek gods can be tricky at times. So if Xena Warrior Princess is giving you trouble, here are a couple